A new lead is generated through Google Forms submission, and towards the lead, an email is automatically forwarded. In this video, we are going to learn how to send automatic personalized emails for Google Forms submission. Now over here in this video, we are going to learn how you can build the connection between Google Forms and SendGrid in such a way that whenever by the lead, a new form submission, a contact form submission is going to be done through Google Forms, automatically towards the lead, an email is going to be forwarded with the help of SendGrid. If you want to learn the entire process of how you can build a connection between these two applications without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect, for that I am going to take you towards my screen. Hello and welcome to my screen. So this is the Google Forms with the help of which I am collecting my leads data, and now we'll check whether after doing the form submission automatically I receive a new email or not. Okay, so now this is the form. I'm going to copy the link of this form from here and open it in a new tab. So now this is the form. Let us fill the details. For the first name, let's suppose I'm going to write it as test. For the last name, let's suppose I'm going to write it as lead01. For the email, I'm going to write it as lead01@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. And for the business name, let's suppose I'm going to write it as XYZ Company, okay? And then click on the submit button to do the test submission. It says your response has been recorded. As now the Google Form submissions is done, I'm going to open my Gmail account, and yes, you can see I have received this new email. Thanks for reaching out. Let's start your digital journey. Team Digital Dynamics. You can see over here, this is for test 01. Welcome to Digital Dynamics. Over here it says, hello test lead 01. Thank you for reaching out to Digital Dynamics. We're thrilled to have you in our community. You can see the email is successfully forwarded towards the person who have done the form submission through Google Forms. Okay, so this is how this amazing automation is going to run in real time. And now we're going to build the connection between these two applications using Pabbly Connect. For that, on a new tab, I'm going to browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect, and Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear in front of you. Now over here you have two options on Pabbly Connect's landing page, that is sign in or sign up for free. Before I tell you about them, I want to let you know about Pabbly Community. Pabbly Community is an exclusive space where you can find real-time updates about Pabbly. In this space, you can get help not just from our team members, but also the fellow users. Over here, you can ask questions, share your feedbacks, and find amazing automation tips for your business. So go ahead and join our Pabbly Community today. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description section below, okay? Over here, for the users who have a valid Pabbly account, they can directly sign in. For the people who already have a Pabbly account, they can sign in from here. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month to explore the features of Pabbly Connect. Okay, I'm already a user, so I'm going to sign in. Then you will see the All Pabbly Apps section, and as I want to use Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this Access Now button. Pabbly Connect's dashboard is then going to appear in front of you. Now, to create a new automation, we have to create a workflow. For that, click on this Create Workflow button on the top right corner. If you want your workflow to be more modern, faster, and flexible, you can select the new beta method version. But if you want your workflow to have more familiar and stable approach, you can select the classic version. I'm going to create this workflow using the new beta version. Firstly, we have to rename our workflow. So for the name of this workflow, I'm going to give it as Send Automatic Personalized Emails for Google Forms submission. Okay, for the folder, these are the folders from which I'm going to select workflows folder. If you want to categorize your different workflows according to different categories, you can create the folders like this from this plus button. Okay, I'm going to create this workflow now, and the workflow is then successfully going to be created. Inside Pabbly Connect workflow, there are two major principles, that is trigger and action. Trigger gives the commands and action steps follows them simultaneously. That is why there is only one trigger but multiple actions in a workflow. Firstly, it is asking for us to add a trigger, and for the trigger application, firstly, I'm going to select it as Google Forms. I want that as soon as a form submission is going to be done by any of my leads, I want this trigger in this workflow should capture the response of that. That is why for the event, I will select new response received and then click on this connect button. You can find the URL next using this unique webhook URL, and by following following the steps, we are going to create the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. So simply copy this URL and then open the form that you want to build the connection with. Okay. After opening the form, from this panel, go to responses section and then click on this link to sheets option that you will see. Over here, you have to select the destination for the responses to be recorded. Okay, as soon as the form submission is going to be done, we have to select the destination, and the destination is going to be the spreadsheet. So you will have two options for that. You can either create a new one or select the existing one. I'm going to simply create a new spreadsheet. Click on this create button, but if you want, you can select the existing spreadsheet as well. And the spreadsheet is automatically then created, and the spreadsheet is connected with this form directly. Now by the lead, whenever a form submission is going to be done, automatically the record of the leads data is going to be created under the headers in this spreadsheet. So we are going to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect. For that, simply from the panel, go to extensions, add-ons and get add-ons option, where you will see this window. On this window, you have to search for, over here I will search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Okay. You can see I've already installed Pabbly Connect webhooks, so I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed this webhook, please do that so that we can build the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms with this spreadsheet. Okay. After installing, just go back and refresh the spreadsheet. As now the spreadsheet has been refreshed. From the extensions, you will see the option now Pabbly Connect webhooks. Click on it, and from the drop down, select the option that is initial setup. Okay. Now as we're going to do that, the initial setup dialog box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the webhook URL and for us to set up the trigger column. Okay. Now for this webhook URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us in this workflow. And for the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be your final data column on which of the data is added. The whole of that raw data will be sent to the webhook URL. Okay. In this spreadsheet that I have, my trigger column is going to be this column F, because in this column, my final data of the company name is going to be added. Okay. So for my trigger column, I'm going to write over here as column F. As soon as the final data is going to be added in this column, the entire rows data is going to be forwarded towards this URL to our Pabbly Connect. Okay. Then click on this submit button to just save this webhook. It says setup configured successfully. Now go back. Now the steps that I am going to tell you right now are super important. So please do not forget to follow them. Go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks and simply select the option that is send on event. Okay. Now as I've done that, now whenever a new data is going to be created as a record in the spreadsheet is going to collect that new data and send it towards our Pabbly Connect. That is why it is mandatory to click on this send on event option. Okay. So now this is how you build the connection between the spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect. Over here in the workflow, it says waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether the spreadsheet is connected, that means this form is connected or not, we are going to do the test form submission. So I'm going to copy the URL of the form from here and open it in a new tab right here. So now this is the form that I have created. Firstly, it is asking for the first name. For the first name, let's suppose I'm going to write it as best. For the last name, I'm going to write over here as user. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as best@pabblytudes.com. Then it is asking for the phone number, for which I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. And lastly, for the business name, I'm going to write over here as ABCD Company as my business name. And click on this submit button. And as soon as I've done that, it says your response has been recorded. Over here in my Google Sheets, you can see automatically this response has been recorded. If I'm going to open my workflow, you can see the response has also been captured. If we'll tally the response, you can see this is the phone number, name is best user, email is best@pabblytudes.com, and the company name is ABCD Company. Okay. As now this response has been captured over here in my trigger, this means the connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect has now been successfully created. Now towards the person whose response we have captured in Pabbly Connect, I want to send an email. For that, we're going to add an action step, in which for my action application, I'm going to select over here as SendGrid. I manage my emails using SendGrid, so I will forward an email using SendGrid. Okay. For the action event over here, I'm going to select it it as send an email and click on this connect button. Over here this window is going to appear, on which if you want you can select the existing connection that you've created before, but I'm going to create a new one for all of you. It is asking for the token. To have the token, simply log into your SendGrid account. From the left side of the panel, go to settings option and API key section. Under API key, click on this create API key button, and firstly we have to name our key. For the name of the key over here, I'm going to give it as Google Forms Leads as the name of my key. We have to give the full access and create the key from here. This is the key. I'm going to copy it and paste it over here in this field and click on this save button. The connection between SendGrid and Pabbly Connect is successfully created. Firstly, it is asking for the send to email address, to whom we want to send an email to. For the data of this field, we have to map the data. How mapping works: click on this field, the previous step is going to appear, click on it. This is the response that was captured in our previous step. In this, we have received the email address to whom we want to send an email to. So as I want to send the email towards this email address, I'm going to select the data of my lead's email address from my previous response. Now as I've selected this data from my previous response, this data right over here has been mapped. And as we have mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Now it is asking for the subject of my email address. So for the subject over here, I'm going to give it as, so this is the subject that I have: thanks for reaching out, let's start your digital journey. Okay, I have a digital marketing agency, so this is the subject for me. You can enter the subject according to your requirement. For the from email address and for the reply to email address, we'll find both of the details in our SendGrid account. For that, open your SendGrid account. Over here under marketing, go towards this senders option. After coming to senders, you will see your reply and admin over here from email address. So I'm going to copy the from email address from here and paste it over here in this field. Similarly, for this reply, I will copy this email address and paste it in this reply to email field. Okay, for the from name, I'm going to write over here as Team Digital Dynamics. Okay, so this is the name of my business, that is I've entered this. Now next over here it is asking for the content type. I'm writing the email content over here in HTML format, so I will select over here HTML. If you're writing your email content in plain text, you can select the option plain text as well. Now for the body, the main body of my email, as I'm writing it in an HTML format, I will enter the content over here as, so you can see right over here, this is the email content that I have entered. Okay, this is the HTML body with all the designing that I want. I have entered it right over here. Over here it is asking for the name of my lead, so I'm going to map the data of the name of my lead from this response: first name space the last name. Okay, you can see right over here, this is the body right here. So now as I've entered the content, I'm going to simply click on the save and send test request button to forward an email, and I've received this response, which is a positive response. So if I'm going to open my Gmail account right over here and go back, you can see I have received this another email right over here. It says welcome to Digital Dynamics. This is the same subject, you can see right over here. This for hello best user, you can see right over here, this was the name, best user. Okay, if I'm going to open my Gmail account again, thank you for reaching out to Digital Dynamics. We're thrilled to have you in our community. From here, you will get access of helpful insights, automation tips, and personalized support to help your business grow faster and smarter. Okay, you can see right over here, I've received this email with the HTML formatting as well. Okay, so now as I've received this email, this means the connection between Google Forms and SendGrid is successfully created with the help of Pabbly Connect, that too without need of any coding and programming skills. Now whenever by the lead, a form submission is going to be done through Google Forms automatically using SendGrid, that lead is going to receive the email on their Gmail account. Okay, so this is how you build the connection between these two applications. Now if you find this video interesting and you have any doubts or questions related to this workflow that I've created, you can ask us all the questions in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for us to create a video on, you can send us all the ideas through comments and we will create a video for you. If you want to use this workflow in your business as a reference as well, you will find the shareable link of this workflow in the description section below. Okay, so this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.